What's up? What's up, Frank?
Hey.
How you doing, man?
Good, brother. How are you, man?
I'm doing really good, really good.
So
So
let me
hey,
check
so
the
glad, we got connected finally.
Yeah,
I know
no
you,
kidding.
I know you're busy, especially right now, and so I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me. First question is this show is called Coffee with Zach. Do you drink coffee?
No, but I could use some for sure right now.
Okay, you don't normally drink coffee. What is your wake up morning drink?
You know what? Just water, man. Water.
Okay,
I'm really,
cool.
I, I've never needed like energy drinks or whatever to get me going, but lately, lately it's getting a little harder to wake up. So maybe some coffee would be nice to throw in the routine,
Gotcha.
right?
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know if you know Danny Morell, but I had him on the show a couple days ago, actually like a week ago now, and he said he doesn't drink coffee, he doesn't drink anything. He drinks warm water.
Oh wow. Yeah,
That's
that'd
what he's.
probably wake you up. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
and then a lot of people tell me they're drinking mushrooms, so that's kind of
Oh,
interesting.
geez. That,
I'm gonna have to try
well,
that.
whatever works for everyone, right?
Yeah, yeah. I knew mushrooms as a young kid as a different thing. I didn't know
Yeah.
it was a health thing. I'm glad that phase of my life is over. So Frank, tell me, man. So this show is really just all about spreading positivity. Have you watched any of the shows before at all? Or
Yeah, I've definitely jumped on a couple times. It's
cool.
really it's cool how you have something so bright and early. It's pretty awesome, man. Congrats.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to show up, but I say, look, right now when you don't have to is the time where you have to make yourself have to.
Yep.
And I've been an entrepreneur for a long time, so I've always made myself have to and made it a non-negotiable. Okay, cool. So tell me right now, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you want people to know about you right now.
Well, I'm actually interested to know how you found out about me, man. I appreciate you inviting me on. I always I've been invited to a couple podcasts, and I always wonder why would you even care to talk to me, man? There's so many other good people out there. What could I bring to the table? But no, again, appreciate you reaching out to me. What we do, we're a maintenance company. So my business started with street sweeping. We're parking lot sweeping. From there, we've evolved to different services. So we got street sweeping, parking lot sweeping. We do porter service, power washing, and then it's just really evolved to all kinds of stuff. But lately, what's happened is we also developed a sanitation department, really,
Mhm.
our company about a year ago. And what we do is we actually sanitize dumpsters and trash cans. And so it's funny, we've been sharing awareness about, bacterias, deadly viruses, all kinds of crazy stuff that go on in our trash cans, because those are the breeding grounds
Right.
for germs, bacterias, and everything you want to talk about. But it's just funny, a lot of people didn't really pay attention, and now all of a sudden we are like the busiest people on earth, sanitizing, and we're doing trash cans, dumpsters, we're doing driveways, door,
Mm.
we're washing houses, we're washing everything now. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty amazing the reach, and it's unfortunate, due to this pandemic that we've gotten so busy. I kind
Right.
of, I've seen a lot of my competitors, they advertise, hey, call us, we'll sanitize. I don't know. I felt horrible, like trying to capitalize on a tragedy. Personally, I even considered doing the service for free, just to more than anything help people clean their bins, because it's for public safety now. It's a little bit
Right.
beyond trying to make money. It's more, hey, there's a solution to killing the germs and the bacteria and everything. So but no, it's been crazy, man. It's been a true blessing. We've been incredibly busy. It's not one of those "I told you so" moments, but it kind of feels like that at times. People that thought it was a gimmick or something that we were selling
Right.
now are like lining up to sign up for the service.
Right. Yeah. It never feels good to have like "I told you so" moments,
Yeah,
but it does feel good to be positioned to capitalize on opportunity when opportunities come because you're prepared.
yeah,
So, when things are good and when things are bad, you can't feel bad. Okay.
yeah,
You deserve it. Okay. You deserve it, Frank. And
yeah,
I love how you evolved, man. Yeah, of course. And I love how you evolved. You started with this, and you evolved your company, that's an amazing thing. You know, I think that's important for people to know as you phased it in. And here's how I got connected with you. So I have a marketing company, okay? And I reached out to, about a year ago, I reached out to Andrew Cruz.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Right.
And so me and Andrew Cruz had a conversation. He was in a transition with, he was about to promote a product, and we were gonna do some stuff for him. We never ended up doing business together, okay? But we stayed connected, and I just really liked his spirit. Like I liked, you know, how he communicated, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, who he represents, how he represents himself. And then I seen his, you know, friends, so I started kind of researching. So then when I did this show, I started doing research with, you know, of course, my inner circle. I was like, okay, who do I know? Okay, friends of friends of friends of who's doing business, who's promoting business. Because I think right now, a lot of people are so nervous that they cut back their marketing budget. And I think that's the opposite. That's actually counterintuitive. You need to actually like go all in your marketing in this time. And but I see what you're doing, and I'm like, man, this guy's got a good business. I didn't know if you started it during this time or right before this time. Sounds like perfect timing. But that's how I found you. I saw what you're doing. I'm like, this guy's hustling. This guy's working. And these are the people I want to talk to. So I wanted to talk to you because you're in the trenches. You're doing it. You're not just talking about it. A lot of people talk. Okay, a lot of talk out there. But I see what you're doing. So that's why I wanted to connect with you.
What's
And
amazing
so that's what you could bring to the table, man. Your example. You know, you're an example to other entrepreneurs. So that could inspire people. So tell me what. So go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was just gonna piggyback a little bit with Andrew. You know,
Yeah, please.
He's a good friend of mine. He's been a friend of mine since like junior high, man. I've known him forever. And a lot of our friends are all friends, and so but me and him really haven't talked in a long time. And he reached out to me recently. Pretty much, you know, he has a lot of his own businesses, but they all require social gatherings.
Right.
You know, he owns a photo booth guy, you know, which again for weddings and all that stuff. He owns like ATM machine delivery systems or something like that, and it requires, you know, stores to be open. And then he also he's actually about to open up his own the camp franchise, you know, one of those you know, gym type things. Again, requires social gatherings. Yeah, and so he yeah, exactly. And so he reached out to me basically you know, when this whole lockdown started. You know, we were surprised to see that we were considered an essential business. And you know, because we're cleaning, we're picking up trash, all that good stuff in different ways. So he reached out to me kind of interested in more in my business, and we connected again. And again, it's been probably over a decade since I've seen him. And you know, he just threw all kinds of great ideas my way. And you know, he and I are still considering opening kind of a partnership with the trash sanitation department that I have, kind of not franchising, but partnering up in some different areas to get more trucks out there.
Okay.
But anyways, he did something interesting for me. You know, my core business is commercial. I don't deal with residentials personally. I've done some advertising towards and reached out to them, but I'll be honest with you, I just don't care for the residential side of the business. Initially, I didn't because, you know, when you try to charge, you know, if I go to your house and try to sell you a service, I'm dealing with your money, right? So when I have to be a little more considerate when I'm saying, hey, man, this is going to cost you $100, you know, it's coming $100 out of your pocket. So it's a little different, right? But when I go to a shopping center and I'm charging them $1,000 for a cleanup, you know, it's a common area maintenance. So it's paid by other business owners. It's paid by the whole group. So it feels different, right? And it's honestly not, it's just easier to negotiate. It's weird. I can sell $100,000 contract all day, but I can't charge somebody $10 to wash their trash bin. So anyways, Andrew got involved with me, and he started sharing with people what the service we do, and we washed his trash bin in Chino Hills. Because of the little link he shared, and I think it was more because it was a customer sharing his experience, this service just blew like straight. It spread like wildfire, man. It was incredible. We have probably signed up maybe 12 residential bins, you know, customers since we got the truck back in June or April last year. And as far as commercial, we're busy with commercial, but residents, we haven't really got many residents signed up. When Andrew shared this post about 3 weeks ago, from that date till now, we probably have well over 200 people signed up.
Wow.
It has just gone crazy. And every day, every single day, I'm getting 2, 3, 4 new signups. When the truck goes out to the communities and washes, all the neighbors come out and bring their trash bins. Like it's just been incredible. The really the little nudge there that Andrew gave me of sharing it with the community was pretty incredible. So I'm very thankful for him doing that, and it's kind of lit a little fire under my butt to get the go after the residential service as well. You know, can't neglect that.
Right. And I look at a lot of businesses out there, and, you know, Starbucks is a great example of how Starbucks partnered up to, you know, get into a new market share. You know, he partnered up with Magic Johnson, right? Magic Johnson actually was partnered up with Starbucks for, I think, 3 years to enter into a marketplace that they didn't even think they were going to be able to go to. So some deals like that happen all the time, but I think it's really cool because in business, you can have a great product and you can have a service that people need and want, but if you don't tell them about it or they don't know it's even available, they can never purchase it. So that's why I love marketing and sales, because it, you know, marketing gets the awareness out there. Sales helps to streamline, you know, the flow of business. And so I think that's really cool that you got to see the power of a post. You know, you shared a story of, you know, somebody just posting about a customer experience, which is a great tool to market, you know, sharing your customers' experiences, and then that's going to inspire and encourage other people to buy and participate. So where do you see, like, do you see yourself franchising, or how do you see yourself scaling out?
It's funny, man. I've never really thought about franchising. Like it wasn't, to me, you know, I guess even with the sweeping business, when I started, I bought one truck, and my idea was just to never miss a Laker game. You know, I just wanted to work at night, hang out with my family during the day, watch my Laker games, and then sweep at night, right? Now I own 12 sweepers, you know, so never did I think we would have trucks running literally 24 hours a day, you know, and I'd have the ability to sit here and chat with you while my guys are out working, you know, busting their butts. So it just, you never know, right? And really with this new green truck, what we call it, the Green Monster, the sanitation truck, you know, we took a lot of time to put that together, and I feel it's so unique that it creates everyone literally asked me two things, you know, how much does it cost to sign up, or how much does it cost to start the franchise? and that second one always blows me away. I'm like, you would really be interested in franchising, you know, and it's crazy. So, you know, I've looked into franchising and all that stuff. You know, it's quite a process to do it, but the only reason I would consider the franchise, and even if it doesn't become an actual franchise, maybe even some type of partnership with guys that, you know, young guys that are, or young or old, whatever, the guys that just want to, you know, have a little control of what they're doing. The idea is, you know, to not allow this business to, you know, go off basically control the market in the sense of pricing. You know, it's really, you know, there's guys out there doing this. There's a lot of guys out there that do bin washing and sanitation service, but our truck is completely unique because it's the first one that does commercial and residential. And that's what makes us different. There's only 3 of these in California. There's one in Sacramento, one in San Diego, and then ours. And so the uniqueness that we can actually do both commercial and residential, that's what I'd love to kind of just keep everyone on the same page. Because with the sweeping business, you know, there's millions of sweepers. There's thousands of sweepers in one city. And you would be able to charge, you know, $100 an hour, but now there's guys out there sweeping for $25 a night. You know, like it's really, the market has been so messed up by these guys that come in, you know, not thinking, you know, how to run a business. They just want to make some money and whatever, pay gas and buy some food, you know. But that's where I would hope that if I create either a network or something to, you know, manage and make sure the market, we control the pricing and doesn't get out of whack like the other stuff that's out there, you know.
Right. Yeah. Because then the margins, you know, make it impossible for somebody to do legitimate business.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. I knew a man in Pennsylvania who he started when he was like a young teenager, and he just knocked on his neighbor's doors and he said, "Hey, I know you're spending X amount of dollars on your recyclables. How about I take them for a little bit less?" And he, you know, he could do a little bit less, and over time he started helping more and more people, and he ended up selling that business for over $10 million to Waste Management. And it was an incredible story. I mean, he started when he was a teenager. He sold it when he was like 20 something, and he, you know, he spent all his money on this amusement park out in Pennsylvania. But he was like, you know, the story of that was really inspiring. I love what you're doing, Frank. I'm going to tell you that this is just, you take it for what it's worth, but I really think you're going to have growth beyond whatever you ever thought. Anything that you've ever imagined. I think right now you're going to have massive growth. And if you're thinking about, you know, franchising only gives you the ability to scale the business. Maybe, you know, it gives you the ability to kind of reduce your, you know, leverage and put it on somebody else, reduce your risk and kind of put it on somebody else while still scaling. And I would just recommend, this industry is going to grow massively in the next 12 months. I know for a fact it's going to. And you're perfectly positioned to capitalize on it if you want. So I just want to encourage you in that, man, because I love what you're doing. If there's anything I can do to help you, I'd love to come on board and help you. But I really want to encourage you what you're doing, because I think you're in a pivotal stage to be a good company or to be a great company, a legacy company. I really think you're in that perfect timing right now.
I appreciate it. And
just wanted to share that with you, man. So cool. So we only have a few more minutes. Well, it's 8. Oh no, we got a little time. I don't know, how much time do you have?
Oh, I'm open, bro. I'm open.
You're good? Okay, cool. So tell me, man, what are some things like right now that you're doing to kind of maybe change up some of your marketing? I know you kind of mentioned some things about Andrew posting, but as an internally, what's CMAX doing?
Well, I'll share with you I think I'm really excited about something like this. You're actually, you know, I don't know, I know this information, I'm not sure who's listening, but anyways, it's a really good one.
Okay.
So every company out there is all of a sudden a sanitation company. All right. Every single company offers prepare for the COVID, cleaning for the COVID, all that good stuff. So again, all my competitors, I see all the emails because we're all in these groups. But no one's really offering a real solution. You know, the problem is I can go and clean your house right now. The moment I leave, the moment the disinfectant dries off your surface, it's ready to be contaminated again, right? Somebody walks in, sneezes, somebody has a dirty hands, touches your doorknob, forget it. That $100 or $1,000 cleaning bill I just gave you, it's good for those 10 minutes that I'm there, right? Or whatever time I'm there.
Right.
So a buddy of mine, my partner, Mike, so I call him my partner, but really Mike, he's the owner of Trinity Property Services. So Mike, he got me into the sweeping business, and we share an office in Ontario, and then but we're totally separate companies, but we call each other partners. You know, we're just great friends. And he was reached out by a hospital or a customer of his to pick up this product, and they specifically said, "Hey, we need you to get this product, and I need you to come and clean our building." And so he went and got it, whatever. Turns out, what if I told you or any customer that when we clean your facility, we guarantee it'll stay germ-free for 30 to 90 days.
Wow.
Okay. And this is what's the game changer. So there's a product that we found that basically, when you clean your doorknob, all right, you spray Lysol, Clorox, bleach, whatever you want to call it. You wipe it down. Everything on there's dead, right? So now you would clean it like normal, you let it dry, and a minute after you apply this product. What we're applying is basically a coat of a protectant. Basically, think of a wax coating for your car. You wax your car, every 3 months, right? But you wash it every week. Right. And what the wax is doing is protecting your paint. It's protecting the surface. So this product, when we apply it to the surface, it protects the surface. It's an active antimicrobial product. So I had this meeting with the scientist that developed it, man. It was like a 3-hour conference call. It was great. he told me a million things. I understood none of it. And so basically, the one thing I did understand was that this product, it is the EPA says 30 to 90 days it lasts on surfaces, but the scientist told me, it lasts a lifetime. The EPA couldn't believe it, and they said we cannot say it's a lifetime product, so we have to put 30 to 90 days on it, a limit. They had to put a limit.
Right.
And really, the only reason it wears off, let's say we put it on our desk here, right? If you grab your keys or a pen and you scratch the surface, if there's any abrasion to the surface, it's the only time the product removes.
Gotcha.
And the best way to understand what it's doing is the product is almost like microscopic spikes, okay? Like a pit, think of a toothbrush even, all right? So anything on the surface of the toothbrush, when it hits the surface, it'll kill the germs on contact, right? But it'll drop to the bottom of the toothbrush, right? To the bottom of the pit. So you still need to remove the dead cells or the dead bacteria, but everything that touches it dies. The crazy thing is there's so many benefits in the sense that obviously it kills actively the germs. And there's only two types of viruses or bacteria, a non-enveloped or an enveloped, right? There's only two. And so there's no product out there that legally can say they kill COVID-19. The EPA hasn't allowed it, but there's only two types of germs, and this kills both of them. And it's safe to food, human, animals, you name it. So it's really incredible, man. I swear we could probably talk here for 2 hours about it. But
Game changer.
It's big time, bro. So I already presented it to a handful. Just, I planted some seeds with my customers. And to give you an idea, I have Amazon that wants me to do all their facilities.
Wow.
And we've already done 2 county offices, which was crazy, crazy. It was like 50,000 square feet. We hit every square inch with this product. But the good thing about it is you get the peace of mind just knowing, you and I carry the germ, right? Let's say, we're face to face. Yeah, we'll probably get each other sick. But you're in your office, you're coughing all over your monitor, your phone, your mouse, your whatever. If this product's all over it, everything that touches on contact is dead. So when you get out of your office and I step into your office, we didn't make contact. You had the bacteria, but I'm safe. Everything there is safe. So the idea here is again, I'm not trying to necessarily capitalize on a situation that's horrible like this, but it's more of a public safety. It's going back to, look, hey, this is just a peace of mind. Let's spray this all over your doorknobs, your handrails, your restrooms, your lunchrooms, and this way we can slow down this transfer. If we limit the human to human, transfer, then really the surface is the only other way we can, transfer the bacteria. And this is one way to eliminate it. So
that's so awesome, man. Now that talk about serving your community that you serve with your company. I mean, that's just going to enhance your company offering, but also it's going to enhance your clients and your customer experience. Because like you said, it's going to last long. That's incredible, man. It sounds revolutionary and it sounds like a game changer. And I look forward to watching when that comes out. I will definitely try to participate as much as I can.
Sure, brother.
That's so cool, man. I really appreciate you sharing everything that you're sharing. I love that you shared what you just shared. I know that was kind of like maybe some inside stuff, but there are going to be some people that are watching this that are like, what's C-Max doing in the future? And that's going to get them excited because people like to see companies evolve. Yeah. And so I think that's a beautiful thing. So here, last question for you, and then we'll get going. How can people... Let me ask you 2 more questions because I could tell you're a thinker. What's the one book right now that you would say if an entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur, came up to you and said, hey, I want to be a businessman like you, what should I read? What would you recommend them?
I'm probably the wrong guy to ask that question too. I honestly, I don't read books, man. I don't read books. If there is a book I read, I'd say the Bible. The Bible has the answers, brother. It really, it's amazing how, I'll have struggles and I'll come up with certain issues and at times, I'll ask my pastor about an issue and he'll refer me to a scripture, and you read the scripture, brother, and it's in there, and I'm just like, it blows me away, and that's probably about as much reading as I do. I'm honestly a video and audio type listener. A lot of my old mentors tell me, you need to read this, you need to read that, and I just can't focus and read, man. I have even the Bible, I can't read the Bible too long. I zone out. I just have too much in my brain that I need to be seeing it or hearing it personally. But
Spot on.
I
I
would
agree
definitely
with you.
put this one there. It
I
has
agree with you 100%. I know Nathan Neighbor agrees with you too. He's a pastor out in Pomona. And man, my mission in life that I feel God has given me is teach ministry in the marketplace.
There you go.
And I kind of feel like John C. Maxwell, kind of how he does it in leadership, how he talks about leadership. And now he's a little more bold than he used to be, but everything he teaches about leadership is in the Bible.
Yep.
And I think that's an amazing thing. Jim Rohn, on the last, decade of his life, he was more vocal about that. But if you look into his original, publications, you could hear scripture in it. And it's a beautiful thing. And I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. And I love that you said that. And I appreciate you saying that, because that's the kingdom work that needs to be done, especially right now in this time. You're calm and cool and collective right now, and things are good for you right now, but I bet even if things were not good for you right now, you would have that peace, that divine peace that comes from the Lord.
And well, it's funny, and I have a lot of my employees, they're panicking, they have anxiety, and they deal with all this stuff, and they're all looking at me like, Frank, how come you're not flipping out? And I'm like, just have this peace, man. You gotta trust the Lord that He will take care of us. And I'll be honest with you, Zach, when this happened, as soon as the news dropped of this, we lost about $45,000 in revenue. And they didn't, like, it's not a canceled job. It's just all of this work got put on hold.
Right.
Almost $50,000 a month in, services being put on hold.
It's a huge hit.
Yeah. Any business, doesn't matter how big or small, I put on hold. But guess what? I didn't reduce one person's paycheck. I didn't reduce, all my bills being paid, all the truck payments are being made on time, the gas card being paid, the rent's being paid. And guess why? It just, because one, the Lord has put the peace in me that, I trust Him, I trust something's happening. And guess what? We all of a sudden signed up 200 customers for residentials. Our commercial business took a dip, but residentials got an increase, and then now we do sweeping, right? Parking lot sweeping we do all the Amazon facilities.
Okay.
And so now they know us as cleaning crew, we power wash their facilities. So now they're reaching out to me, what else can we clean? Amazon is going crazy with sanitation products. And so I said, well, I got this new option, and this new service, I don't know numbers yet, Zach, but it's going to be well over a couple $100,000 in business, just because if they want what we're talking about, it's going to require a ton of manpower. So it's crazy, man. Trust in the Lord, and He'll take care of his kids, man. That's for sure, of His children. So
that's right. God's going to continue to open the floodgates to you, man. And it's because of your faithfulness with the little things. You're faithful with the little, He's going to give you much. And it says it right there in the Word. And I know you know that. So I love that you shared that story, man. I love that you're Christ-centered. We have Carol. She's from Florida. She lives in Florida. I know she's Christ-centered as well. And I think it's very important. Right now, the kingdom work is, some people say, hey, if you got to grow a church to do kingdom work, and that's the only way. But I really think that there's going to be this major shift where mega churches, and I don't know what your philosophy on these mega super churches are, but there's going to be something that's shifting. And I think more people like yourself who are in business, or maybe just every day, maybe they're an employee at a 9-to-5, and they could do kingdom work there. Yeah. And doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing, God always is going to give you an opportunity to spread His kingdom. And I love that about you, Frank. I really appreciate that. And keep pushing that. God's so proud of you, man. I know He is.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Well, we're at a time. I thank you so much. How can people support you as we close, where can people sign up for your services, or how can they get connected with you? Maybe you're just posting things, and where do you want to send people?
Yeah, I'd say just on my Instagram, Instagram, what is it, at cmaxcorp.com or at cmaxcorp, right?
Yep.
That's whatever the handle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just follow us. We post our silly things. I'm over there messing around with some toys that we have, and then we show our work, and then I try to share it all, and
I like that.
just to be as real as possible. We all struggle with stuff, but we also have some fun and just can't be afraid of the moment. So we try to share it all there.
Yeah, your confidence comes from the Lord too. I appreciate, I love that, man, because more people just need to share, be transparent. There a lot of times people are trying to have this facade, like I'm this successful person, and look at me, but just be real and authentic, and
No,
you're doing a great job.
and I'll share something real quick, brother. I know you got to
Please.
get off, but like I recently had a mix of emotions. I bought a new car. Like I bought a new car. Actually, I ordered it back in November, but I just got delivery probably like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I felt horrible inside, kind of like, how am I gonna go pick up a car right now when people are losing their jobs, and everything's going bad. And yeah, thank God we're still busy, but I just don't like the perception of it. I don't know why something inside me felt like the Lord was saying, no, share it. You earned it, you deserved it, and more than anything, share that we can't be afraid. We can't be afraid, and we gotta, I joke around with my guys. I say, scared money don't make money, right? And just tell them all these things, and basically you just gotta be willing to risk it sometimes. And so I bought the toy, but what I'm doing with the toy is I'm just trying to, if anything, just try to share with people, man, go for it, man. You got to go for it, and really, if I know we all care about what other people think. You can't always just live off that. You got to just be who you are. This is a car that I've been wanting forever. I bought a Corvette. It was a C8, the new model. It looks like well, the real thing is, see, my dream is to have a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, but my wife says I look like a fool in one of those. So I bought a Corvette that looks like a Ferrari, so it worked out for both of us, right? But anyways, it's funny. At first, I didn't even want to bring it to the office. I didn't want my
Right.
employees looking at it, but I felt like bringing it to the shop. It just all of a sudden, like, it kind of motivated my guys. Like, man, oh, dude, I want to buy one of these. I want to, like, it just almost, if it could be used as motivation, I feel that's the way to share it. I don't want to be that guy flaunting stuff. I want anything. Hard work pays off, and that's where we can't be scared to take risk, and we just got to jump on, be willing to take some challenges and go for it.
I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate you sharing that rawness, man. And that's a true feeling. I think a lot of people feel that way when they start to reach success. And just know, though, your success doesn't take away from other people's opportunity. It actually adds to their opportunity. So if they're in the right mindset, right? I mean, people who have negative thinking, they got to do their own transition. But for me, okay, I look at you and I'm like, hey, I love what he's doing. I love how he's doing it. And I'm so proud of him. I hope one day I could reach that type of success. So you're inspiring me and other people like us. So don't ever feel bad, man. Obviously, be a steward of your money. Don't buy the Lambo if you can't afford it.
Yeah.
But if you got the money, go ahead. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and be the inspiration, be the example. Because I know you're serving your community too. It's not like you're just buying the cars and the wristwatches and not giving back. So we got 1 minute left. Instagram's counting me down.
Gotcha.
But Frank, thank you so much, man. We'll send people to you.
Thank you, brother.
C-Max Corp. I appreciate it, man. Thanks again.
Thanks for having me.
If you are a business owner or an entrepreneur, please reach out to me. Find my link in the bio. Schedule a call with me. I want to talk to you. I want to connect with you. I want to know what you're doing to thrive in your business. And this is Coffee with Zach. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you.